In Chapter 11, our goal is to climb up the Sevenfold Sanctuary to kill the boss, Hinoka. There are 2 ways up there, so if we want to route the map, the fastest way to do so is to split our army. On the left side are Setsuna's and Kaze's rooms. Setsuna's room is best taken care of by a bow user, like Niles or Mozu, or Odin, who can Nosferatu tank them. Looking at our options, Odin's out of the running immediately. Kaze's room is filled with ninjas, who have weapon triangle advantage against him and will launch him into oblivion, so he's pretty much useless there. Because of this chapter's limited deployment slots, Odin is actually temporarily benched, but even if he wasn't, the right side would be much easier for him. The Oni Savages and Diviners are significantly better matchups for him, after all. Niles has been deployed, but for my strategy, he also prefers to handle the right side. Azama's room would be much more of a headache without him. Conveniently, this allows him to build support with Beruka while he's there. That seemingly just leaves Mozu to handle the left side. Or does it? You see, while Mozu's stats are all great, in Kaze's room, great won't cut it. You need 22 speed to double generic ninjas, and even though my Mozu is faster than the average one, even she will need pretty substantial speed support to reach that threshold. That means there is a better option, Nyx. Though her strength and defense are comically awful, she does have one excellent stat. Conveniently, it's the one stat that matters for her, speed. Our goal is for Nyx to reach C rank in bows this chapter, and then we're going to bench her for a couple maps before redeploying her in Chapter 14 with our newfound Shining Bow. There's no incentive to move fast on this map, especially in Hinoka's room, so if you really wanted to, you could slowly grind out the last drops of bow rank Nyx needs. But obviously, we're not going to do that. To show off the absolute ceiling of what a bow user with no stats can do, Nyx is reaching that milestone with a bang, by soloing the majority of both Setsuna's and Kase's rooms. And the only tonic I've needed to give her to do so is HP. Let's see how she does it. On enemy phase, Nyx is going to kill 2 archers and 1 diviner. Let's briefly go over what I've given her to make that work. I've bought 1 additional bronze bow to forge her a bronze bow +2, and cooked up another delicious meal, courtesy of Mozu, that increases her strength by 2 and speed by 1. If for whatever reason you can't afford one of these, you can make up for it with a strength tonic. She's paired up with Effie, who gives her 3 strength and 4 defense thanks to their C support together. And she's benefiting from 3 different auras. Rose's Thorns from Camilla, which boosts attack by 3 and reduces damage taken by 1. Millie's Poise from Elise, who is being deployed for the first time since Chapter 9, which is the same as Rose's Thorns, but reversed. And Gentium from Jakob, which reduces damage taken for female units by 2. A couple episodes ago, I said Nyx would very rarely be benefiting from that skill. This is the exception, but it's not even necessary. All it does is save me a defense tonic, which means, yes, I did choose Jakob over Felicia just to save 150 gold. Taking all this together, we reach 13 strength and 13 defense. She's 1 strength over the necessary damage benchmark to kill, so for this specific maneuver, you could do without the C support with Effie. But you will need it for Kaze's room. Compared to my other clears, this strategy is pretty out there, and it's not always going to be your best option, but when it is, like is the case here, you really feel it. For whatever reason, the Oni Savages move before the ninja does. That allows Selena to one-round them all with ease.
appearances can be
Move +1 is excellent, and a big part of Nyx's niche over other potential Kinji Knights, like Mozu and Effie. The versatility it offers cannot be overstated. Nyx's hit rates against the Diviner are subpar, but Camilla can take them out if need be. On both sides, we have to deal with a hefty helping of random enemy movement, but luckily, the geometry of these rooms means it's very rare for any of it to hurt us in any way. Though our units will move slightly differently each time, all that matters is how close our units are to the stairs, not their exact positions.
Yeah. I'm so well.
All right.
I'm here to...
We aren't benefiting from Lily's voice anymore, so it's a good thing we get an extra point of strength from FEC support. Jakob and Camilla want to learn this Oni, but Jakob is below average in speed, so he needs an inspiring song boost to double it. That means we have to take some time ferrying Azura over a little earlier than expected, but it doesn't cost us a turn since the right side was going to take slightly longer clearing things out anyway. Even though I can afford a friendship seal now, I still haven't reclassed Jakob yet. The reason for that is I want to turn him into a Great Knight, but if I did that now, the armor weakness would cripple his effectiveness against the Sony Savage. It's easy to forget this because bows have weapon tricle disadvantage against tomes, but Niles is a dedicated mage killer, and his resistance is exceptional, much better than Nyx's. That means even after he gets hexed, he faces no chance of death from these diviners. Normally, I only have the combat forecast on screen for combat Nyx is involved with, but I'm making an exception here so I can talk you through this maneuver. As you can see, Niles' hit rates are quite serviceable thanks to attack stance, but Beruka's look pretty shaky. That's totally fine though. Niles won rounds on his own, so all Beruka's dual strike is doing is bringing the diviners down to 1 HP so they can't activate Miracle. If she misses, we do have to pray they don't hit that 10% proc rate, but as long as one of those two things goes our way, we'll be home free. That means our overall chances of success are pretty decent in spite of appearances. If either the Archer or Diviner proc Miracle, Niles can pick up the slack. It only forces a reset if both do it. The remaining Diviner can't proc Miracle because Beruka already brings it down to 1 HP. Because Jakob won rounds the only Savage, it went for Camilla instead. That's excellent for us because it means it didn't block the stairs, so Jakob and Camilla can head back to reset the ninjas' positions. Worst case scenario, Azama will hex all 3 of Niles, Corrin, and Beruka. Niles and Beruka won't be attacked by anyone for the rest of the clear, and Corrin has enough defense to live the one attack she does face even if she does get hexed, so this is completely fine for us. Nyx is going to face a couple ninjas on enemy phase. She needs an inspiring song buff and a +1 speed meal to reach the 22 speed benchmark, but that's it. Nyx's speed is a huge point in her favor, because it means she can easily reach benchmarks against extremely fast enemies like ninjas, others will seriously struggle with, and doesn't require any resources to double the vast majority of enemies. She still wants to gain more support points with Mozu, so the two of them will be adjacent as Nyx takes on the ninja horde. Azama is too dangerous to attack straight up, because he is counter a miracle. Niles will reduce him to 1 HP from afar, so we don't have to worry about that. It's very convenient that Kaze doesn't have lunch. It's great to see a Nyx that's above average in skill, but she's slightly behind on her magic growth. Hopefully she can make up for that soon. Nyx reaches C-rank and bows just in the nick of time. But if for whatever reason you can't reach this milestone by now, there's still time to get there. Nyx is mostly dead weight in Chapter 12, but Chapters 13 and 14 have plenty of flyers that Nyx has good matchups against, so you can get the remaining points of weapon XP you need there if you neglected it earlier. Though if I can do it playing as fast as I am, the average player should be able to do so with ease. Nyx's low damage output actually helped us there, by keeping Kaze out of vantage range.
Yep.
Nyx uses her newfound Lock Touch skill to get the Spirit Dust. If Beruka misses, Selena can get the kill instead. The middle room is too dangerous to take on unprepared, so we need to take up some crafty positioning first.
Well.
Nyx's para bonuses give Mozu the movement needed to reach this tile. They also give Jakob the speed needed to double this diviner. I've positioned him in such a way that the armored blow pair can only attack him from one possible position, keeping their movement consistent. We can't kill the life and death pair, but we can't survive them either. Freeze holds them in place. Freeze is a valuable tool for a player phase playstyle for situations like this. I just wish it was more accurate.
Yay!
Nyx is still making great use out of Heartseeker for support functions, even if she can't actually benefit from it herself.
Huh?
We don't deal any damage, but we can afford to squeeze some tome rank out of Beruka while we're here.
Oh. Oopsie.
Rose's Thorns and Beruka's power bonuses give Effie the strength to one-shot the samurai pair. She kills one on player phase and the other on enemy phase. This Shrine Maiden is a very attractive capture target because she provides early access to rally luck and rally magic, which are difficult to obtain Hoshiden rallies. If you're willing to train her for 5 levels, she's functionally an Azana that joins 12 chapters earlier, which is fantastic. Whether I'll use her or not is up in the air, but it's always good to broaden your options.
Huh? I see. I'm so sorry. Uh-huh. Okay.
Selena has a free action this turn, so Mozu ferries her to Camilla to slightly increase her accuracy.
Oh.
And that's the Sevenfold Sanctuary seized. The Searing Bow is obtained. Nyx's early game training arc is nearly complete, but we still have some unfinished business. Namely, we're one map away from attaining friendship with Mozu. Like I said, we're benching Nyx for a couple maps, so when we see her again, it'll be in the Opera House. By then, we'll finally be able to behold the Shining Bow in all its glory. See you next time.